Mosin Kremamenka there. Her Ladyship Justice Arabatokonu ofi baby a mefane there oye fie mam, because when she was appointed yen my wo wi ne be na ye bossy in the Futu municipal ye bossy, because where she's believed to come from no is within the constituency. So we're proud of her as a woman who has risen to that level. And despite everything, I will still be proud of her. But you see, because we are trained to say things as it is, without any contradiction, no. It rather brings the name of the judiciary into disrepute, because it shows that one, she does not have faith in the processes of law. What it means is that Sisia se was a court, the Maria brother. Whilst the court proceedings are going on, Motu ma frame media fu. Na my press conference there. Brozina wa accuse him de me kwa ekwohwie no. Kom na komzim. If ye bi nyi ho. Na nka mo pempo de nka moto, but no bia nyi ho a moto efi no wo. Nti na me for brozin. So that I will appeal to public sentiment without leaving the substantial issues. And I'm doing street analysis because that's the street analysis she did. Because I did not see her cite any law. I did not see her cite any contradiction to any breach of law. Unfortunately, maintain any fully, but a chain I'm looking at me tell some of them, because mention about press conference me mishim. Because number one, who advised her for the press conference? It could be a tactic because you want to appeal to public sentiment. That it can be construed there. Something untoward had been done to me. But who were her lawyers? You see, every case, biano, if you are somebody, you will be careful who you choose as your lawyer. You can have a family lawyer or you can have a business lawyer who is there with you all the time. But depending on the case, you can assemble other lawyers to deal with that particular case. As I say, so I might have an issue. I'm your lawyer. But in this case, I can mayam for Makati. Because at that time, for whatever vision that we have, he could do us the best honors. With this case, if you go and pick a lawyer like Godfred Odame, if people who go to court are all MPP known members, what do you think will be said at the end of the day? So her choice of those who will be her counsel was problematic. So in the first place, Nankasa was set a precedent. Me feel that it did not go well for her. Now let's come to the press conference itself. What she did is contempt of court. There is a procedure going on. And she sought to run commentary on an in-camera hearing. So I don't, there is already 3 Supreme Court decisions as to Article 146 should be held in camera.
Kessben 92.9.
3. And the leadership is aware. So in this case, when you say that in camera hearing a warrior no, why in katakata sumu mwaso, it looks as oya wunti na warrior in the man. That in itself is not factual.
Kessben 92.9.
And it's problematic. We are restrained and constrained because yakasa based on law, yakasa based on authority. Which authority are we using to justify what she is saying or what she's claiming? Because why? Only that we should change what the law prescribes. And she has also set another bad precedent. There, on the bench, you cannot have a dissenting view. Because what she has done, she herself will empanel Justice Palman on several cases. So based on what did she empanel Justice Palman?
Kessben 92.9.
If Adrina or Fanunya, based on what? Because it means you don't respect the man's view. You don't believe that the man is deep enough. And you are calling the authority of your colleague. In fact, well, the Chief Justice is primus inter pares when it comes to the bench because she's first among the equals. They are all equals. But because she's the head of the bench. But does that mean it there? Sabi, if you don't think that the man is deep enough, the cases that you empaneled him on, then. So okay, that is why Obia and Pede Obey Chief Justice Benyasam. So that was why it was resulting in the unanimous FC that we used to say.
Kessben 92.9.
You see, here the mama, we wear two different hats because we are politicians as well. It may ammunitions to come back against you. Because Mawaye, it means you are destroying another judge. You've just destroyed a man. You've cited cases that people probably don't even know, and then you are using that, and you are inciting the public against the man. Thirdly, about Edulogeno, we all know over 40 years ago, this case, Onyando, the killing that happened was with the PNDC. So it shows there you have some bitterness to the PNDC. Okay? And who are those who are aligned to the PNDC? It's the NDC. Which means, Awakasa, you have some bitterness into the issue you are citing Justice Palman for. You sat on election petition, which involved the NDC. You did not recuse yourself. Justices are trained. I mean, justice at the low court, whichever court they find themselves, they are trained there. One man, one past on affect war judgment. So rise above prejudice. And in a case where you think there, you can't rise above and you recuse yourself. In this case, you've said there, Asama OC over 40 years ago, it causes you nightmare. And you still have that pain in you, which means it clouds your judgment. So it presupposes that any case that had come before the Supreme Court that involved anybody from the NDC, your judgment was clouded.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Kojo, I mean,
Offensive.
these are the issues me feel there. Yeah, mommy, one share ni ye and all those things, and even beyond the NDC, yeah.
Yeah, quick one.
There might a few who was then killed for the assassination of Benja Akwa. Which means that anybody who bears the name Amatefio, you might have a problem with it. So let's go back to the judgment Hawaii. And let's see if there was anybody with those names or Aqua. The name Aqua.
Okay.
Maybe you might have some inclinations towards the name.
Okay.
So the things that she cited, and I'm like, okay, so did somebody read over her press statement?
All right.
And in the docket, last one, docket as some more come. In the court, na court na docket ma obi anka wo. So if you are doing income, right, it means you are in the docket versus the bench. And why are you asking for and even if you want to do that, or you're public in the public na catch then.
Okay.
Is the public going to do anything? Is it going to change anything? You see, at the end of the day, no matter the noise you make, no matter all the antics you do, the law is the law. Okay. She will go back to the committee again. Okay. Is that also?
Sure. But I say, a citizen, I told Dazi,